Dave, and you're here in the office of the Always Believe House. This is pretty cool. These pictures in the back are some of the happiest moments of my life. This is truly my happy place in my house. So I'm glad you're here with me today. Today we're going to review equations, score. We're going to do inequalities. And we're going to change verbal descriptions to equations and solve them. How much fun. Oh, just like eating Oreo cookies. Okay, so let's start off. We're going to do number 2 first, and let me start recording. And we are recording. Gotta love screen share. Now you have a magical whiteboard in my room. Okay, number 2. Let's do number 2 first. Okay, on number 2, do we have a Bluebell truck? Yes, we do. We have a Bluebell truck, and it's -2, right? So we're going to drive the Bluebell truck to the 8 and the 2. The 3 and the 99 are not stores the Bluebell truck will go to, are they? Just inside the parentheses. We're going to distribute. So -2 times 8 is -16 and M. Sign, number, letter. A negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 8 is 16. The letter's M. And repeat the process. A negative times a positive is a negative. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we're going to write down -3M equals -99. The next step is to group your like terms. So we have 2 M's on the left, don't we? So we got to group those up. So -16 minus 3. -16 minus 3. The 16 is larger, so we're going to drop that negative. And they're both negative, so we'll add them up and get 19. And the letter's M. The -4 drops equals -99. Oh. And then we're going to, now you can get your calculator out, right? We're going to start by typing in -99. And what are we going to do to -9? We're going to move that -4 across. The opposite of -4 is a +4. So -99 plus 4 is going to be -19M equals -95. And then you hit divide by, and you divide by -19. 2 negatives makes a positive. So we're going to get M equals 5. So remember, when you get to right here, you type in the number that's all by itself, the 99. Type in -99, then you're going to add or subtract a number, and when that number's in the calculator, hit divide by and divide by the coefficient. That happens every single time in an equation. Oh, let's go to an inequality. Okay, I'm only going to do one of these for you, and let's do number 12. Okay, on number 12, I'm going to start at the top and then go down. So on number 12, we have a Bluebell truck, don't we? So we're going to distribute the -8. Now then, nothing's going to happen to the 27 and the 5V. And then less than or equal to, and let me make that a V. And then -8 times +3 is a -24. And I have a letter V. Sign, number, letter. A negative times a negative is a positive. 8 times 7 is 56. You got to get every single sign number right. Now then, we have been teaching you to move the letter to the left. So let's move this letter to the left. The opposite of -24 is +24. And now we're going to drop the 27. 24 plus 5 is 29. Less than or equal to, the 24 is on the right, will cancel out, and then 56, right? Now then, this is where you could use the calculator, right? So get your calculator out and type in the 56. And then what are you going to do to that 56? You will not subtract 29, will you? Because 29 is your coefficient. You're going to move over that 27. So you're going to punch in 56 minus 27, and you hit enter. And when you hit enter, you get 29. Drop down the 29V and then divide by 29. Since we divided by a positive, the inequality won't change. So we're going to get V less than or equal to 29 divided by 29 is 1. So this would be the answer. We're going to put a closed dot over the 1. And we want our answers to be smaller than 1, so the arrow goes to the left. And remember, your arrow tip and your inequality will match up if the letter's on the left. So always move the letter to the left, then graph that inequality. If it does not have an equal bar, it's an open dot, right? You can finish the rest on your own. I'm not going to eat all of your Oreo cookies. Let's do the back page. We got some word problems to do. Remember, a lot of this will be growing number, starting number, but number 1 is not, okay? Now then, the larger of two numbers is 4 more than the smaller number. If the sum of the numbers is 74, find the numbers, okay? So, we're going to add up two numbers, and we're going to get 74. We're going to add up two numbers and get 74, and this is tricky because you got to generate this, okay? The larger of two numbers is 4 more than the smaller number. So the smaller number is going to be x, and the larger number is going to be 4 more than that, or x plus 4. So our small number will be x, and the larger number is going to be 4 more than that, so it's going to be x plus 4. So x and x plus 4, and that's not easy to do. That's probably the first time you've done that, okay? So x plus 4 equals 74. We're going to group our x's up. X plus x is 2x plus 4 equals 74. Now you can plug in the calculator, right? So the first number you're going to punch is 74. And then what are we going to do to that 74? We won't subtract 2, we'll subtract the 4. So we're going to subtract the 4. So 74 minus 4 is 70. You get 2x equals 70. And then you're going to divide by 2. And you'll get x equals 35. That's going to be our small number, right? So x equals 35, and then x plus 4 would equal to what? 39, and those are going to be our two numbers. If you add them up, you do get the 74, don't you? These are really tricky, and it just takes practice. You just got to keep believing you can do this, and just keep practicing, okay? Let's go to the next one. Kind of the same thing, okay? I'm just going to set this up. I will let you solve this one. Okay, the larger of two numbers is 7 less than 3 times the smaller number. That's a little bit more difficult. If the sum of the numbers is 61, find the numbers. So I know I'm going to do something plus something equals 61, aren't I? Okay, now then the larger number, we're going to let x equal the small number. The larger number is 7 less than 3 times. So less than means I got to subtract, but I got to flip, don't I? So the larger number will be 3x minus 7. So you're going to make the less than 7 and flip it around. If you don't flip it, it will be wrong. Okay, so my smaller number's x, and my bigger number's 3x minus 7. Now then, set that up and solve it, just like you did above. I'm not going to do that for you. That's like eating your Oreo cookies, and I don't want to do that. Number 3! Yeah, what a blast. Number 3, it talks about a rectangle. If it talks about a rectangle, draw a rectangle. If it talks about a rectangle, draw a rectangle. So let's draw your rectangle. Okay, the length of a rectangle is 6 more than its width. Usually the length is the long edge and the width is here. The length is 6 more than the width. So the length is going to be 6 plus w. Okay, so we're going to let the width be w and the length will be 6 more than the width, or we could put w plus 6. Let's put w plus 6. So the width is w, and the length is 6 more than the width, or w plus 6. The perimeter is 24. So let's write w plus 6 twice and w twice. So we're going to add all this up, w plus 6 plus w plus 6 plus w equals 24. Find its dimensions. We want the length equal and the width equal. And I will let you do that on your own. It's going to be so much fun. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go to number 4. We're almost done. Number 4 talks about a rectangle again, doesn't it? So draw a rectangle. Okay, so we're going to draw a rectangle. Make sure you are drawing what they're talking about. The length is 3 centimeters less than twice the width. So it talks about the length in terms of the width. So let's let the width be w. And the length is less than, and you got to flip this, right? So it's going to be 2w minus 3. So our length will be 2w minus 3. And the perimeter is 18. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add up all of these up. I got 2w minus 3's and 2w's, right? And that's all going to equal to 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4 edges. That all has to add up to 18. Oh! You'll just solve for w and then find the length and the width. I'm going to let you do that on their own. Number 5 and 6, they both talk about rectangles, right? So let's just write, please listen. Y'all have not done equations like this. So don't get flustered. This is hard, okay? So you're going to get this. You just got to get repetition. Some of you are going to get it after 2 times, and some of you will take 6 or 7 times. But you will get it. So number 5, let's go ahead and draw a rectangle again. And it talks about the length in terms of the width. So let's let the width be W, and the length is 5 inches more than 4 times. So more than is plus, and 5 plus 4W, right? So 4W plus 5, and I'm going to just flip it around to put the W first. This is it, right? The perimeter is 90. So we're going to add, I'm going to let you do that. You'll add up all the edges and get 90, okay? Let's continue on. Number 6. Okay, the same thing. Draw a rectangle. Draw a rectangle. So we're going to draw a rectangle. And it talks about the length in terms of the width. So again, W and W. And then right here, this is what you need to do. We have less than, so we got to flip. And it's going to be 3 at the end and 2W at the beginning of it. So 2W minus 3, 2W minus 3. You're going to add those up, and the perimeter is 18, right? So the length plus the width. Okay, you're going to add up the 4 edges, and you're going to get 18. And then solve it for W, and find out the length and the width. Have a blast today. It is, okay, hopefully it's Thursday. Hopefully we go to school today. Have a great, great day. Remember, you are amazing. You were made to do wonderful things, and always believe.